Welcome back. Just a little bit of feedback can be a critique. Now, Lily, just before we went to that break, you were saying that you'd have a look at it over the break. We only got into the break about 10 seconds and you went, "I've got it." Well, how did you get it?
Now, 9 by 5 is 45. 45 by 3 is 135. Plus 8, 143. By 5, 715.
Oh, straight there. All those little numbers well under control. Great result. Well done, Lily. Well, David, I mean, that was a little bit of fiercely competitive play in some respects. And that word, fierce, where does that come from?
It's a Latin word, or it comes from Latin. The phrase is feria bestia, which means wild animal. And it's the origin of the word fierce and the word feral. And feral describes an animal that was formerly domesticated or kept and has since reverted to the wild.
What about, I mean, in Australia, for example,
Yes.
you know, we've got rabbits, we've got foxes. They're both feral pests, but they were wild.
It's certainly becoming to mean essentially wild, non-introduced species. But by definition, at least in this version, it is only those that were formerly kept or domesticated. However, feral also describes, it's a nickname at least, or a slang word, for people who are uncultured or on the other side of the tracks, lower socio-economic groups. And just as every state and region seems to have a different word for their wind or their weather, every different state and region has a different word for the feral of society. That is, whether they be the Barry, the Benny, the Bogan, the Bevan, the Boonie, the Charlene, the Scozza, the Westie, the Mocha, depending upon where you are. But I love the fact that on SBS only 3 years ago we had Bogan Pride, which I consider a little bit of a feral fight back.
Absolutely, it was a great show. But we'll have no feral play tonight.
No.
Absolutely. Good stuff, David. Let's have a look at our scores. Emlyn's on 6 and Simon's on 12 as we go into our next letters. And Emlyn, it's you to choose this time.
Can I have a vowel, please?
Thank you. Let's start with E.
And a consonant?
D.
And another consonant?
R.
And another vowel, please?
I.
And a vowel, please?
U.
And a consonant?
D.
And a consonant?
N.
And another vowel, please?
E.
And a consonant?
And lastly, H.
Here's the clock. How many that time, Emlyn?
8.
8. Sounds excellent. Simon,
8 also.
yours first, please.
Hindered?
And yours, Emlyn?
The same.
Exactly the same. Would you verify once again? Well, we've had 2 great letters games and exactly the same word from both Simon and Emlyn both times.
A feast from both players. Hindered is an excellent 8. Well played. At first I had 100, that is the word 100 for 7, and sat back thinking, oh, I've at least made 7, and hindered. Just saw it in the last minute too. Well played. A great 8.
Great work from both Simon and Emlyn. 8 points each. Well, let's see if we can change things a little with our next letters game. And Simon, your choice again.
Thank you, Richard. Can we start with a consonant, Lily?
Thanks, Simon. F.
And another consonant?
D.
And another consonant?
N.
And another consonant?
B.
And a vowel?
A.
And another vowel?
U.
And another vowel, please?
I.
And a consonant?
R.
And one last consonant, thank you.
And a lucky last S.
Here's the clock. consistent start with the consonants, Simon, but how did you go?
Just a 6.
And Emlyn,
Also a 6.
let's begin with yours, please.
Brains.
Brains. And Simon?
Brands.
Just a little variation. Can you spell it for us?
BRANDS.
Well, we do have brains, but we have the brands as well.
Nice to finally have some variants. Good sixes both. I had a look at this and really struggled to find a 7, but the one that I did dig up was durians. Durians.
But those are those fruit, aren't they? They're very smelly, but they taste good.
They've got a double defence, actually. Not just their smell, but also their skin is quite spiky. And in fact, no surprise, the word durian itself comes from the Malaysian word duri, which is thorn.
Lovely work. And well done to Simon and Emlyn, 6 points each. Let's head back to those numbers. And Emlyn, your choice this time.
Well, I'm not going to pick something as potent as you did. 2 large, Lily, and 4 small. Thank you.
Thanks for being kind, Emlyn. 2 large and 4 small. And our numbers 9, 4, 1, 6, and the 2 large, 25 and 100. The target to reach is 171.
Thanks, Lily. 30 seconds to get there. Well, Emlyn, did that work better for you than the mix with the 6 smalls?
Well, I didn't get to 171. I got to 169.
169, so that's pretty good, just 2 off the target. Simon, what about you?
171.
171, spot on. Well, that is just that bit better, so tell us how you did it.
Okay, 6 plus 1 equals 7, Lily.
6 plus 1 is 7.
Times by 25 and minus the 4 from that. That should... Oh, sorry, times the 25 equals 175.
Yep.
Minus the 4 equals 171.
Well done, 171.
Very neat work, Simon. Good stuff. Straight to the target. That was your approach, Lily?
It was. Good work, Simon.
It was. Good work, Simon, indeed. And 10 points, Simon. So that means Emlyn's on 20. Simon is on 36. Let's have another break and another word mix, and it is equip, lap. And the clue this time, a stitch up. See you soon.